Can you explain to me, if you don't mind, like your reason as to why you became an incel, if you don't mind?
Well, y'all was saying a lot. So you brought up something about this new generation. And see, this the thing. All right, so me, all throughout my 20s, I was working towards stuff. I went to trade school. I put down asphalt on highways. I got my CDL at 21. I did all that. I got a house. I got 20,000 left to pay off on it, 3 bed, 2 bath, because I thought I would have had a wife and kids by now. But see, what it is I see this new generation of what you call 304s. That's what they are, and my thing is, I work hard for all this stuff and I'm not trying to lose it. So my thing is, because I'm not really like a hookup person, I'm more of a relationship type of person. So it's like, a lot of these women, they not worth getting what I work hard for. So I'm naturally a
Unders-
provider. So it's like a lot of these women, they just not worth it. So that's why I'm currently an incel because a lot of these women just ain't worth it. They're not worth it. So,
Question, Jordan, have you tried to date younger women?
yeah, I prefer my age though. I just turned 30.
You just turned 30. No, I
Yeah.
definitely understand. If I was a man, I would not, obviously I'm not a man, but if I was a man, I would be terrified if I was in a position of owning a house and a woman comes in and tries to take what I have. Um so I definitely understand where you're coming from. Um I just would like to offer you a question, another question, if you don't mind. When you are saying that, like you're running into like these more 304 type women, where are you meeting these women at, if you don't mind me asking?
I just all out and about. It don't matter whether it's at Walmart. It don't whether it's at Target. Pretty much when I'm out and about. Like at the end of the day, a lot of these women got the same background. No matter how hard they try to cover it up. So that's why when y'all try to say, "Oh, it don't judge a woman for her character," her past would matter most because at the end of the day, her past is what created her to be what she is today, and that matters. You know what I'm saying? So if something happened to her in the past, I need to know about that so I know how to deal with her today. So
Got you. So if you met a woman and she was brought up, let's just say like from a foster home,
yeah.
which would mean that she was brought up obviously from a broken home because she was in a foster home, but she was around your age and she's pretty successful, maybe a very feminine woman, and she was open to, honoring you and respecting you for all the hard work you put in. Although she's had a sketchy past, would you be open to that woman?
I mean, I just gotta see how she is. I'm gonna check out and all that stuff. But her past doesn't matter because at the end of the day, let's say she came from a foster home and let's say she wasn't dating nothing but street dudes. At the end of the day, she could have did something in her past to where when them dudes got out of prison, they coming for her and me because now I'm connected to her. And now all the stuff I said I work for is gone. Because if I gotta catch a charge, then what? So,
Understood.
and you got to think like that as a man. You can't just, oh, I'm gonna get some box. I'm gonna just, oh my gosh, check her out. Like, no, 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 no. Like, nah.
Okay, Jordan, do you believe like in like when I say things like perception, like sometimes like what you think or how you view the world can sometimes be what you end up attracting?
I hear that, but I don't go for that. Us as men, we gotta live in reality. You know what I'm saying? And the reality for us, we gotta work. We gotta create our value and all that stuff like that. So, I mean, I can't just go by, oh, what I'm attracting and stuff. That's just like how women in college end up attracting felons and drug dealers and all that stuff like that. Mainly the dudes they get pregnant by. So they attracted that. I mean, they good girls. They going to college. They going to get a degree, but then they get with this dude, then they lose it all. They attracted that. I mean,
Okay. Now, last two questions. But you have been intimate with a woman before, right? If you
yeah,
don't
yeah,
mind me
yeah,
asking.
without a doubt.
Okay.
And that's the thing that people get wrong about incel. Incel is just basically a dude who ain't had sex in the last year. That's all that
Okay.
is. Plain
Okay.
and simple.
Gotcha. And last question. If you would you be open to matchmaking? Would you be open to somebody who would be willing to find that woman who meets and checks off the boxes that you deem appropriate?
I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's cool and all that stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah.
Okay. Well,
See, the thing is, it's not like I'm not willing to date. See, the thing about incels that y'all get wrong, y'all underestimate how many incels there is in the world. The vast majority of the military incels, the vast majority of police officers incels. These dudes don't have no women. They work hard. They come home to an empty house. I come home, 3 bed, 2 bath, empty house. Plain and simple. Work hard. Truck driver. 14 hours a day. Come on now.
Got you.
But like I said, them prison phones, they ringing off the hook. Why is that? Why is the hardest working men in this country the most disrespected? Like,
Uh,
Yeah,
why?
we
yeah,
talking
that's
Why?
ridiculous.
because they
And
can't they ain't making that thing tango like Prison Bay Smith.
yeah, like, come
You know
on,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Like, that's why.
You ain't rough enough. You ain't rough enough
Yeah,
around the edges. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You
man,
ain't
come
talking
on, come
ignorant
on.
enough.
Exactly,
That's ridiculous.
exactly.
I agree. I agree.
Well,
I
because y'all are
appreciate you.
chasing after young girls. That's the thing. Y'all don't want no mature
Okay,
older
hold on. Okay,
woman.
okay.
Y'all want
Stop,
them
stop,
little
stop the cat.
kids.
Stop the cat.
Jordan, if you're open to chatting with me on the back end, I know my personality is not very likable on this platform, but I really
Nah, that's cap. That's cap. You ain't see what we were saying about you in the chat. Krista cool, but she contradictory. She real contradictory. Cause one
I'm
minute you
open.
was putting down the fellas, then the next minute you on the fella side. You just said, "Oh, these women, why are y'all incels? It's easy to go pay for box and all this stuff like that." Then you said, "Oh no, it's hard to deal with these women, Gen X and all this stuff like that." You just
Can I
contradicted
explain?
yourself.
No,
For
no,
sure.
I was when they said that incels can't get sex. When they said they
Hmm.
can't get sex, I said, well, if they can't get sex, if they wanted it, how come they just don't pay for it? That's
And
what
I'm
I said.
glad you said that. And I'm glad you said that. So you're saying you want me to go risk my life and possibly catch an STD.
I
That's
don't.
what you just said. But paying for it, that's what it come with. Because if I pay for it, thousands of other men pay for it. And what's the chance of me catching an STD if thousands of other men pay for it? It's the
I
same
feel
thing with
you.
body count. If 50 other dudes had a woman, what's the chance she didn't get catch an STD before? You know what I'm saying?
I
She
feel
might have had
you.
chlamydia, and that's most women. Most women didn't call it STD, and then they turned 30, then they found God. Like, come on.
I feel you, Jordan. Yeah, no, I was saying that in question. So I
Yeah,
definitely agree with you.
I
I
got you.
would not suggest any man pay for. I actually agree with you. So I'm glad that you came up so I could explain myself. So no, I do not agree any man should ever pay for any type of sex. But I was
Yeah.
only asking because I'm like, well, if they can't have, I know a lot of men will and have. So I just
Yeah.
was wondering. So I
But
apologize that it came off like that.
But I do want to say you saying can and will, but just you should be happy that with the incel movement, based on it's a huge amount of dudes being incels. What that means is a lot of men are actually sexually disciplined because we can go stick a little weeder whackers inside of some stuff, but we choose not to. I could
So are
call
they
somebody right
still
now, but I choose not to.
are they still like in are they still aiding to the industry though? Like are they still doing the only because they still getting
Uh
it off, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Hey,
agree with
hey,
that. I agree with that.
But
Mm.
well,
it's better. It's better. I ain't trying to cap. I know it's better, Jordan. I hear you.
Well,
See,
yeah,
So
well
for
I
that's
me,
better than STDs. I mean,
it
hey,
is. It
well,
is. No, I
I'll
feel
say this,
you.
yeah,
brother Jordan.
Huh.
It's hard for
yeah.
me to look at you like an incel. I'm not getting incel vibes from you.
Why
Trust me,
Yeah.
not?
I get that. I get that. But
I'm
that's
not
why I
getting
say,
into it.
and that's why I wanted to cam up. My bad, Crystal, but that's why I wanted to cam up because everybody think an incel is somebody that just live in the basement, that's fat,
There
they
you
eat
go.
Cheetos. You're like, come on,
Yeah.
man, come
I
on.
think we
That's
all
not most dudes. If we
it's
go
a
to the
misconception. It's a
yeah,
misconception.
yeah, it's a
Yep.
misconception. That's what I wanted to come up here and clear up. I didn't do everything. Like I said, trade school, got my CDL. I'm paving asphalt. This whole time I'm looking at God. Where my wife at? Where my kids at? What
Okay,
I did
okay,
wrong?
question. How many women relationships have you been in?
I
hey,
say six.
like,
I say six. I say
You've
six.
been in 6 relationships and you don't know how to treat a
Yeah.
woman right enough to keep one?
No, no, you asked the wrong question.
No,
It's
I'm asking
the
a question for my better understanding. Because if you know how to keep a woman, then you would have one. I mean, you've
first,
had all this, I'm
wrong,
21,
woman,
me, but you can't find a way to get outside of yourself. Like you said something that was derogatory. You said something that she collected an STD and then she found God. Sir, that's the most beautiful thing that
a
any
woman's
a
supposed,
murderer found
wait,
God. What do you
a woman's
mean?
supposed to
wait.
A
keep a
murderer
man.
find God.
First of
What's wrong
all,
with that?
a woman's supposed to keep a man, not a man keep a
A
woman.
man needs to keep
Exactly,
that woman.
exactly.
He
No,
needs to
no,
keep
no. Keep
her.
what? Hey,
What
hey,
do you
hold
mean
up, wait,
keep
wait, wait.
what?
Tyranny. Are you going to pay all the bills? Are you going to pay
I
all the
help you
bills?
out with the bills.
I don't
I
need
help you
help.
out with your children.
A real man don't need help with the bills.
A real
He
man
gonna do
wants a
what it takes.
woman with
He gonna no, no,
loyalty.
no.
A real man wants a woman that he could call his best friend. A real man wants a ride or die. What you
That's not no, no,
mean?
no, no. That's what you want men to want from you. That's what you want men to want from you. That's not what men want.
Okay, so
What are you
Jordan,
talking
what do
about?
you want from a woman that you just can't get?
No, I just want the basics from a woman. That's it. I'm not expecting no all this ride or die because I understand, and that's why shout out to red pill. Because when you understand the red pill, you will understand when you're not doing your deeds as a man. It's a biology for women to leave you.
So
If the
what's the
bills ain't getting
basis
Yes,
paid,
of a
it's
woman?
biology
yes,
for women to
What's
leave you. You can't get mad at that.
okay, what's the
yes.
basis of a woman?
She said
Jordan,
what?
Jordan,
She said
what's the
what?
basis of a woman?
No, I mean every man got different little situation they want a woman to do. Mine's is basic. I just want you to be a woman. I want you to look nice and pretty. I'm gonna handle the bills. You ain't never gonna work harder than me. I want you to keep your little money in your pocket, and that's
You
it. Like
sound like a great
mine's
man,
is
Jordan.
You
You sound
sound
like
like
a
a
yeah,
man.
yeah.
trick. That's what you sound like, a trick. You talk
See,
about
I
you just
told
want a pretty
No.
you.
woman.
Okay,
No, 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 no,
okay,
no. Jordan
See,
okay,
can't keep a
okay.
woman because he's looking
Yeah,
at how she looks. He's not looking at the wet
okay,
crystal, the character. You got to
yeah.
go find a good
me.
characteristic woman.
I got a
Talk about.
question. I got a
Yeah,
question.
let's get Heathen Queen in here. What you got?
I
Come
got
on,
a
y'all ain't
question.
gonna fly past Siri
Jordan.
tonight.
Um,
Fuck you mean.
the question I got for Jordan is, what part have you played in not being able to find a relationship?
You said what part have I played? No, I did everything right. That's the thing. I've
You
done
there?
everything a
Rocks
man is
mistake.
supposed to do. I've already achieved, and I'm
And
still
that's where you
achieving.
made that. That's where you made the fatal mistake. The mistake is that you think that you're perfect and you have not made any mistakes. That's the
For
problem.
sure.
Once you take a look at your behavior, you'll find that you've done things out of whack or wrong too. It cannot be all her. It cannot be all her. You have to understand your part and why that relationship is not working. You cannot say that. And if you continue to think that it's just her, you're never going to find a relationship the way you're supposed to find a relationship.
Okay.
Because you're very attractive. You're
Mhm.
attractive, Jordan. You're
Hmm.
hardworking. I feel you didn't bought that house. Should no skank, I'm gonna call her what she is, come in and take what you've worked hard for. You came on camera, I ain't gonna cap, and this is all respect, but ain't nothing wrong with you as far as
Yeah.
image wise.
I mean, he
So
could tighten up in the waist. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying? I
yeah,
want to
yeah. I
always
just got out
judge
the gym.
women. You can tighten up a little bit. You got a
I
nice
mean,
beard, but
Facts.
I
but
mean, there's
men,
always
it's room for improvement, but I'm saying in
improvement.
general, men can always carry more weight than women. They can.
True.
And
I
all I'm
Yeah.
got
saying
y'all.
is that he just I can't it hurts me to see this great man like and I feel heathen queen because this is the great mother. And she comes through and she says, yes, we all have flaws. That's why when the guys get
Right.
on me in the comments, I'm very open to criticism because I know I'm not perfect.
Right.
Can I
But
say? Because I'm about to hop off. Can I say this real quick? Okay, y'all having a lot of trouble connecting with men
Who's
when women
talking?
in
Oh, go
so-called
ahead.
third countries don't have no problem connecting with y'all own men. They have no problem doing what y'all not doing. I find it very interesting. I wanna understand why that is. Why they find it very easy to connect with y'all men and y'all can't do it.
I got
Why
a
can't
question for you. I got a
Wait,
question
what's
for
the
you.
question?
Now, you you said we have a problem, us women have a problem here in America connecting with our men. So you mean to tell me you believe that every Chinaman, every Asian man is happy with the women that they have? Every last one. So every male and what every race of man has not had a problem with their woman at all. And you mean to tell me we're the only race of men that have a problem with our women? Is that what you're saying? You that makes no sense.
Right.
They're not perfect, just like we're not perfect. So they have problems too. We are just so very vocal with our problems. They have problems
Hmm.
with their women too,
But why did they find? Why are they easy to get along with? Why? And they come from harsher conditions.
and
They
that's
come
what I'm saying. I'm saying, why? How do you know that they are what do you call amiable? How do you
from men
know that?
marrying them. Men are marrying them.
Because they don't say nothing. Like Miss Heathen just said, they're not vocal. They will shut up and take your money. But a woman that really wants to be loved in a relationship will speak up and say, baby, I just want you to. And that irritates y'all. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all
Yeah.
don't want to hear us say anything about helping you grow as a
Men
better man, a better character either.
challenge. Don't no man want to come home to a challenge.
That's the problem. You want to stay an incel. You don't want to become an awesome person. That's the issue.
You
So
don't
are
want
you
to stand
saying
in
the
that fight.
only issue we have? So men are saying the only issue you guys have with us is that we talk too much
Combative.
and
Combative.
we're too combative and we're overweight.
Okay.
You
So
supposed to
you mean to tell me those two things stop
Are
you
heavy.
from finding yourself a wife?
Heavy. That's heavy in the streets.
But
Yeah.
y'all heavy too.
You heavy too. I mean, I don't understand why there's no self-reflection.
Wait,
on
what
the
do you mean
men's
heavy?
side.
No,
Why is
not
there no
not like I'm not
self-reflection?
talking about weight. I'm talking about being combative and being overweight. That has a lot of weight. That holds a lot of points.
So
Those two
you
things,
think
and that's the biggest issue.
so you
It's the
think
biggest
being
issue because
unfaithful?
weight is not just superficial. That excess weight shows lack of discipline. That's what it is.
So
That's why I keep saying
unfaithfulness
like
is
it's not
a lack of
superficial
discipline.
things. Women hate that. Oh, it's because we big and that we like to voice our opinion. No, that's not a problem. It's
Mr. Walker,
it's the
stop the
delivery.
cap. When y'all date outside y'all race, what I say, Mr. Gavin, y'all date whales. Y'all date the biggest white women I've ever seen. And y'all
wow.
don't
Hold
consider
on.
tell me that you
Listen,
don't
what
fit
did I
our weight.
Who's
what did I
y'all?
say to you, Tierney? I said every time you give an example, you take your hand and you go to the bottom of the bucket and you
So
come back with
can
something
I
every
can I
time.
say something
Every
just really
time.
quick? Can I say something really quick? I agree that I think we just all need to collectively understand that we have issues as a race. We have issues as a race, and that's not a secret. We have issues as a race, but togetherness is what we ultimately need. Black women need to understand that they have some attitude issues. They have some control issues. They have some issues with always trying to run somebody and tell them what to do.
Black, we don't have
With
no issue. You don't
Black
have
men, and what are the issues that black men have? You gave
we
us
don't
three.
have any. We don't have any. We don't have any. We don't
What are
have any.
what
Working
are
class men, working class black men don't have any issues.
I'm
I'm
saying?
sorry. I'm trying to stand
Really,
And that's why you're single and
really,
incels.
us.
That's why
We
really,
you're single incels, because you don't have any issues.
Shout out to
really.
be for real. Shout out
She
to be for
gave
real.
3 examples of women and what women need to do. What's the 3 things that men need to do?